Welcome back, everybody, to Vintage Story with Fish. I had gone down to where I park my sailboat, Dodo, and I never really had any kind of dock or anything, just kind of left it there. I've now created a path down there. Now I want to go on to create a dock. My plans were is to create a simple dock, but as anything in the game, you go to build something and then it becomes something really grand. And if anybody knows me, I don't do anything really simple. So let's go down to the docks. I've already loaded up with lots of material. I have a concept in my head. It's kind of the way I build. I envision it and then I start building and it just going with the flow and whatever looks good or whatever goes with the environment and things around it. So let's head down to that area. I'm going the wrong way as to where the bridge is. We are going to where the boat is. I did pack up some food and some things, but we're not too far from home. So it's not too bad if we do need to get some food, but this might be a couple part series because sometimes when I build and tear down and build and tear down until it looks like how it does in my head. So my thought is I have a lot of these clay shingles I've been accumulating, and I've been looking at pictures of boathouses, and they have shingles and siding and things on it. So instead of doing just this simple dock that I did here right now, I would like to build something, but I'm a little tentative because of how high it might be. So maybe I'll just leave the dock. My intention is to put a roof over the boat too and have something it sails into, but I don't think that's realistic. It's just going to be way too big, and I don't know if it'll look right. If it was just like a regular boat and it was a little smaller, it might look okay, but I think that's too grand, so that might make my job a little bit easier. All right, so I think right here would be a good place for it. Let's move some of this dirt and put it where we want it. Looks like I'm going to be getting some flowers. Okay. So maybe it won't be as big as I'm thinking then, but at least it'll be a decent looking little house here. Let's use some of this dirt and fill in some of these areas. Oh. I always punch with the thing when I know I can do it quicker with the shovel. Let's try to, what did I do there? Did I leave it with it? Yeah. Okay. So, I think we even need to expand on over here, don't we? Yeah, I think we do. Okay, so we'll leave a little area here so we can step up. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. Maybe we should even move even more of this dirt here. Got the steel shovel. That thing just chews through dirt. Might as well have like a bulldozer here. Alright. We'll need to clear away some of this stuff over here, but I think we need, well, I don't want to be right on the water, and I did want to have a boat launch also for my raft, because I don't always want to take the sailboat. Sometimes it's more convenient just to take the raft. So we'll make the boathouse over here. Let's get rid of some of this stuff so I can envision it in my head. This is what I'm talking about when you build. So I had kind of another vision, but now that I'm sitting here looking at it, you start getting other ideas of how it's going to look. Or how you want it to look, at least. Probably should get rid of some of this dirt over here too, so you don't have it right on top of there. I've got some brick. Maybe I can make like a break wall over here. so it doesn't just look like a bunch of dirt. So I'm probably going to have to make some kind of break wall. And then over here, where I think I'm going to do the little boathouse. Let's continue to fill this in. Yeah, I want to come out over here, I guess. Let's do a little swimming. Okay. Even more. Let's do it all the way here. I know there'll be dirt here. Maybe what I'll do is go dig up somewhere some sand or gravel or whatever's muddy soil is underneath there to make it look more natural. Okay, is that enough off of there? I do believe so. I do believe so. So I was thinking, I like these darker colors out here, but I want to brighten it up with a little bit, so I got some of those clay shingles. So what the heck would a boathouse look like? Probably want to make some space off of here that might now be brick, right? So that's why I brought some of this. It might be kind of too dark on another dark, but again, I'm kind of going for that darker, and then I want to have some contrast to some other lighter colors. So let me make it should we make it all brick? No, because I don't want it to go all down there. I want natural to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good, that'll leave some room for a door. Actually, we want double doors. So why don't we bring it down one more? Okay. So we're going to do that for this. All right. Let's lay these down. See how they look next to it. I haven't done enough with slate, so I'm trying to incorporate it in here. How does that look? I think I like it. I think I like the brown. It does bring out some of the brown in the other there. We'll see. We'll see how it looks with the rest of the stuff I'm doing. Because I also have some regular slate, so that might even tie it in even more. And, you know what? I think one more I need to go here. That's shale sand. You know what I should do? I should take some of this shale sand and replace it with dirt. And then, oh, I didn't need to do it all the way. Put some of those there. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, so then, do I want to continue with this? Do I like that color together? I don't. Well, let's leave it for now. Now my thought is to do the base with some shale that I've gotten. I think I did, right? Or slate, rather. So let's replace it with that. And I was thinking like that. Like that. How big do we want to make this? I don't need it very big. Okay. That might be cool right on the edge like that. We'll see how that looks. Okay. So my thought is to do a base like that. I always like to do a stone base on my things. I don't know what it is. Did I go too many here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay. So then with that, I wanted to do some of these. Do I want to do the no, I didn't want to do those because it's going to be too busy. I've got the debarked logs. Let's see how that looks. Okay. So let's tie in a little bit in with the aged wood, right? And I want my 1, 2, 3. So I got to put it 3 high. Okay. 3 high there. This is going to look really cool looking off of here. I'm starting to get kind of excited. I think these colors are all going to tie together once I use the fire clay. Oh, don't need you there. I got way too much stuff in my inventory. I want it to kind of blend in. See how like the browns are blended in almost to the environment here? That's my intention. So let's say we walk down here, we're coming, here's the boat. I think the door should be here slightly off center. And we are going to do a 2 wide one, we said. Okay. So that means... No, I can't do it that way because then, well, I suppose I don't need to do wood around the door frame. I usually like to do like wood frames around it, but I can chisel something in, I think. Okay. All right, all right. Let's see what the fire clay looks next to this. If it's too brown, I did bring some cream. Might be too brown. Don't know. We'll see. Let's look at it over here. Let's take a step back. Is that too dark, or do I need something? You know, I got an idea. I'm going to put a second deck on it with some of the other color. Or should I just do it white? What do you think, guys? Anybody got any input? I'd like to have windows on either side of that too, so I'm thinking not do that. And maybe I should make it where this is the entrance and not over here. Because I think if you were here, right, wouldn't you want to face it away from the sea? This could be a nice lookout. Oh, this is going to look gorgeous down here. I just don't know how I feel about this base here. Maybe I should put that down on the ground. I just don't like the transition, I guess, between this, and it's throwing me off. And I don't know if that's the right brown to go with that, too. I think I'm going to do white clay on here. Let's see what one looks like. I thought I brought one. We'll do windows here. Have it come in over here. It's going to be a doorway. We'll have it enclosed. We'll use more windows on that side. But I think I want that and that. Now I have to do them all because it's a door. Well, I was going to do windows, but yeah. Okay. And then here, 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 here. Okay. Maybe on the inside here, I'll use some wallpaper so we don't see so much. Oops, I didn't want to do all those. Should have left that one too. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe I'll do a little deck off of here. I think I have even a better idea, but let's finish this. We'll leave this for windows. It's not going to be anything special. I think what I wanted to do is like maybe put a bed here or something, or put just some chests so when I go out on a voyage I can pick things up. I don't like that I see the wood here and not in here. We'll deal with that. And I'm not sure of what kind of roof I'm going for. This is a very plain building. Is there anything special I can do to this? Kind of just love it though with these open windows. Let's go back and see what it looks like. Are we liking it? I don't know if I like the debarked logs. I think that's what's throwing me off. I think it should be regular wood and not the debarked logs. Regular planks. I think that's what I don't like. I like the logs, I just don't like them in this configuration. Matter of fact, I might even pick something like larch or something that's not even aged. But we'll see what one looks like in there. I'm sure I've got one in here. If not, I can whip one up pretty quick. I got boards. Just I thought I had boards. I wonder how that would look there. And take that off the ground. No, I want to tie wood into it. Let's just make one right now and see how it looks. Nope, see? Yeah, that wood's not going with it. It looks fine over here. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take these out right now because they're bothering the heck out of me. I'll figure something else out over here. It'll probably be gray. I'll find something grayish to tie in. Alright. So my whole plans are a little bit different than what I thought, but that's usually how it is when you start building. I do love the view. The view is gorgeous. Just don't like what's there. I think I need some lighter brown stuff here. I'll find something that'll tie in, or maybe some ash tar bricks or something. We'll tie some of that in. And we're going to grab some of that. So let's Do I need anything else? Shale. I don't think so. So I can put the shale back. Do I put shale ground or shale stone here? This has got like a different, I can't describe the color in here. It's like a greenish. Maybe that's what I do is get some that Peter. Ah, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Or I can do these. I could just do pathway stones. That actually might be decent. Do some pathway stones there, or the Peterlite, Peterlite, or whatever it's called. There's some chickens over there. I was thinking you need a dark color next to that wood that we had there. It almost looked like a bear right there. Next to that fire clay, but I think it's going to be the opposite. You need something lighter on the outside. Oh, I want to go over here. What are my turkeys doing? Holy, turkeys growing and pheasants. I need to tend to these at some point. This guy's always hanging around. Poor guy. Can't find a mate. I wish there was one around for him. Alright, so I'm going to put away a lot of this age stuff. I do need some of it for the piers I still need to do. I'm going to get rid of the very aged. See, this is where I'm thinking maybe either birch. I was thinking large, but not now that I look at that. Oh, cypress. That's what I was thinking, cypress. I got a bunch of cypress logs somewhere. I'm going to put away that aged bark, aged log. I'm going to keep some of that, one of those. I hope I don't have to make a whole big trip back again for this stuff. I don't know if I'm going to need that. I'm pretty certain I'm not going to use this aged hay. I was going to use it for a roof, but I don't think that's the way to go. Alright, so check this out. We're going to get some cypress. And I think we're going to go with some cypress. And there. Let's see. I'm just looking at my woods here. Man, you know, I really haven't built a lot with K-Pock either. What is that K-Pock going to look like? Where's the rest of that? There's large. Didn't I have a bunch of K-Pock? That's maple. Ebony, of course, I love. You know, I'd love to almost build everything out of ebony. It's just, I think it's some of the nice, richest, darkest wood. But you gotta have some variety. Okay, we already looked in there. These are my, okay. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna do some, if it's not here, it's downstairs. I don't know why I have my wood still like in crates downstairs. I just never got around to grabbing more, or grabbing them and bringing them up. I don't want bricks. It's going to be too busy. That's what I was thinking for the ground, but I don't think I have enough of it. There's my funny bird. I don't want any of that stuff there. Oh, dark mud brick. That might be nice on the ground. Okay, I like that. Let's do some mud brick on the ground. And let's do... no limestone. See, that's why I like looking around my stuff. Conglomerate would actually be nice, too, if I had some solid conglomerate. Yes, that's how many torch holders I have, and chandeliers, and candles, and everything else. I have been collecting them for quite a while. I could probably light up this whole world here. Just trying to look for something that'll mesh nicely with those fire clay but I don't think any stone will look nice, or I can replace it. So we're going to go downstairs. Oh, I'll probably need to get a saw too then if I do that. So let's grab a saw. Let's go downstairs. It's already night. Buddy, what are you doing? Come on. Alright, you want to come in the basement? I didn't think so. Yeah, bald cypress. We're going to see what some of that looks like. It's going to be dark, but we can do it. Hopefully no bears or wolves will come up. I have rifts turned off, so I don't have all the creatures spawning. That's a full moon. I like how the game adjusts to that too. It seems like ambient light everywhere is just a little bit brighter. Holy smokes. You know, I thought it was short, but then every time I run it, I'm like, man, it's a little bit longer than I thought. Okay. So, we were going to do some of this large stuff and see, or not large, but bald cypress. So we're going to grab that. We're going to grab our saw. We're going to make some planks out of it. And that might be too light now that I'm looking at it. You know, it looks that light, but once you put it down, it actually doesn't look so bad. So let's see. You know what? I flippin' like it. I like that. I think that is going to work. I think that's going to be the other color, and then I'll throw some other contrasting something somewhere. These I was going to put here. Yep, perfect. Matter of fact, I might use them all around it. Even over here. No, I'm going to leave that. I'll fill that back in. Is this light or dark? This is dark. So I'll put light inside of the house. I mean, we're not going to put like super polished stuff. This is a boathouse. It's not something elaborate. It's just it has utility. It's nice to make it look a little nice, but okay. How the heck are you, soil? Thank you. Even more. I think I need to do this whole area. Too much. Sometimes the shovel's so powerful you just blast through all this stuff and okay. You know what? This is turning out to be a more fun project than I thought it was. I kind of put it off because, I don't know, I just thought it was going to be kind of a pain in the rear end. But now that I'm doing it, this is going to be a really great addition. I'll just do it right to the end. And if I run out of this, I definitely have more back at the base. So why don't we do this first? I gotta eat. I got this bush meat that I killed from the bear on my last exploration. 2 bears. There was 2 bears that stalked me. But look how much how much satiation you get. Like nothing from the bush meat. I didn't read in the new game mechanics if there's going to be any difference to the bush meat. Like, can you add it to your stews and things like that to make it better than what you get out of it now? All right. Yeah, I think that's the key. That'll draw your eye to it a little bit with the lighter colors. I do think that's the way to do it. I probably should have jumped up there and did it. So this is my building process. I just kind of go along and just have a feel for it. I get something in my head, and then I start building off of it, and then adjust and adapt as you go along. Looks like it's that way, but see, oh yeah, it did go that way, that one. But at least it's down here. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. I'm going to have to clear more of this, though, so you see it when you come in from the path. I might even get rid of this slate on the bottom and just go straight around with the wood on everything. But let's just finish all the sides here. So now that we know we like that, before I used to just make like a huge batch of stuff, and then I end up wasting so much. Well, I don't want to say wasting, but you have so much left over, and then it takes up all your space. So now I kind of try to build as I go. Nope. Should I do it even across the top there and leave the shingle? But yeah, but then it doesn't leave that, and I really wanted these shingles. I could build up with it more. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that or not now. I really wanted to work with slate. I don't know if it's working here. Maybe I should put a top along here, and then I have that, that'll do it. I'll put it along the top, and then what I'll do is put some plaster on the top, and I'll do some kind of second story and have it hang off or do some kind of shape so it just doesn't look like a long box like it is right now. It looks kind of shoebox-ish. I do this so when I want to go up and down, I don't have to keep on rebuilding that thing. Alright, so let's put it across the top here and see what we're thinking. If that's what we want. Do I want it up and down, or do I want it to come across? I think I want it like that. Okay. Let's go back here. Yeah, I think that's coming together now with that. I like that. It caps it off. It felt too open on the top of it. Okay. That's actually coming together nicely. The dark brown in the slate and then the light in there is totally bringing out the two, contrasting the two colors like I wanted. Again, I might figure out a way for some kind of window or something in here. I think I have an idea from one of the things I looted from one of the ruins. Alright, so I need to get more birch or more bald cypress, and if I don't have any, I might have to go to a southern biome and do it from there. This is looking pretty. I'm digging it. I think it's starting to come together. And it does kind of tie with the colors in the boat. It's got some light there. When I put the white on top, that's really going to make it pop, because I do have plaster. So let's see, when you come down here, should we do like a patio here, like a larger awning that extends out too, and bring up some of these quarter logs and we'll make it come down on a slant. I think that will help this building not look so shoebox-ish. And then on top, I'll put a small observation deck with another larger level on top to do that. All right, this is coming together. It's getting to be night again. I'm going to go back, do some stuff around the house, all the boring house chores that you don't want me to follow. We're going to come back and see our vision come to life. And we'll come back for, it'll be, I guess, part 2 of the boathouse build. See you soon, folks.